In the previous video, we looked at how Henry VIII's religious policy following the break from Rome was neither wholly Protestant nor wholly Catholic. Instead, it swung between the two. When Henry died in 1547, his 9-year-old son Edward became king. Yet knowing his son would be too young to govern alone, Henry stipulated in his will that 16 executors would form Edward's council for running England. Edward was raised along Protestant principles with an emphasis on personal interpretation of Scripture key in his religious upbringing. It was therefore no surprise that he oversaw a decisive shift towards Protestantism in England during his reign. Key to achieving this was Lord Protector Somerset, who had emerged as the key power broker in England. Originally, Henry had planned for 16 executors to assist Edward, but Somerset emerged as the most powerful of these and soon led himself. Somerset was a Protestant like Edward, and the leading clergy, including Archbishop Thomas Cranmer, wanted to enforce theirs and Edward's religion on England. The Chantries Act was passed in 1547, meaning their wealth went to the crown, and the purpose for existing to pray for souls in purgatory was undermined. In 1549, a new prayer book was passed which pushed a number of boldly Protestant ideas. Firstly, the prayer book was written in English. Protestantism had focused heavily on the idea that people should be able to read Scripture in their own vernacular language. The Mass was modified to allow ordinary people to have bread and wine, while weddings, baptism, and confirmations were simplified with fewer rituals. Yet the reforms did not end there. In 1552, a more radical prayer book was produced by Archbishop Cranmer, and it removed any suggestion of Mass as a sacrifice, replaced altars with communion tables, and the presence of Christ in the Eucharist was emphasized as spiritual rather than literal or physical. While the 1552 prayer book marked a decisive shift towards Protestantism, the momentum it produced was halted by the death of Edward in 1553. What followed was a very different religious reality in England. Thank you for watching this video, and please consider liking and subscribing.